successful with it being there. And never started out that way. Never, kind of thought that that's the way that it was going to go, but that's where it's heading, and that's what God wants it, to kind of head toward, is more of a ministry. But I think implementing this is going to make that just excel, and I'm pretty excited about that. Goals are the keys to our success. So if we have goals in place, we have something to work toward. I was talking to Presley, my grandson, yesterday, and talking to him about his goals. I asked him, I said, what are your goals and for this year, this new year coming up? And he said, well, to get straight A's. He's never gotten straight A's, but you know what? You can. He absolutely can. I know he has it in him. He's smart enough that he can do that. And then I said, well, what are you willing to do to get straight A's? And he was like, well, maybe B's, straight B's. And I was like, no. I said, if you set your goals up here, if you want straight A's, and if you don't quite achieve it, at least you're going to, hit your B's. But if you set your goal at B's and then you don't achieve that, then you're all the way down here at your C's. And he was like, yeah, okay. So we sat down, and that's what he wrote down. He wrote down that he was that was his goal, to get straight A's. Awesome. And I said, so what are you willing to do to get straight A's? And he kind of wrote out a list of what he was going to do, do his homework every night and read 30 minutes a day, and just, just do the things that he knows he needs to do. But today, he doesn't realize it yet, but today I'm going to have him write out a list, and we're going to post it so we can see it every day. And that way he knows exactly what he needs to do to get those straight A's. I think, especially in school, if it was taught, I don't remember it. Having goals. I mean, yeah, I guess they did mention it, but it wasn't emphasized. And I think that we really lack in society today. We don't have goals. We're just kind of going, like here and there, like a ship in the wind. We don't know where we're headed. But if we have a destination, then we're most likely to get there, instead of just kind of, going and not knowing what exactly we're doing, or how we're going to go about getting there. So what Earl Nightingale really talks about is writing down on paper what it is you want, and you're going to have it with you, and you're going to read it every morning, every evening, and throughout the day. I know Jake carries his with him in his wallet, and I think that's so important. And I think as we're going throughout every day, as we go throughout our day, if we write them down every single day, not that it has to be in one spot. Write it down on a piece of paper. Tuck it in your purse. Tuck it in your bathroom. Put one on your bathroom mirror. Put one, by your bedside. Put one by the kitchen sink. Just have your goals right in front of you, so you can keep those in the forefront of your mind. It's so easy to get just busy and sidetracked, where we lose our focus, and we just go about our day not with anything really set out to reach those goals. So let me see. He is. Thanks, Jake. I have on my notes here. This is what what Earl Nightingale sets down. It sets out on a plan. So you want to, number one, you need to set a goal, a definite goal, and it doesn't have to be. It can be money related, but there are so many other things that you can put down as your goal that you don't have to, it doesn't have to be money related, but I mean, mine is money related. I am almost 50 years old and I don't have a retirement plan. I don't have nothing. I have nothing. I'm starting over from scratch. So I have to get busy. So this is my goal. This is just being able to be financially free, to be sufficient, independent, and not having to be, in debt. I don't want to have to owe anybody anything. But you just write down a goal, whatever it is.
There you go.
Mine is financial freedom, abundance, financial security. I want investments. I have a lot of goals, as you can see, but this is something that I keep with me in my book so I can read it every time I open it up to write something down. But whatever is most important to you, that's what you need to write down. And number two is you need to quit running yourself down. What we think about is so important. It's unbelievable. And I've always, I'm guilty because I do let those thoughts kind of, slip in, that maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not, able to do this. I'm not capable. But you know what? I know I am. God created me to be successful. He didn't create me to be unsuccessful. And that it's just little thoughts that you plant, just like a seed in your garden. You can plant it. It can either be a good seed or a bad seed. It doesn't matter. Whatever you put in that soil is going to grow. So you always want to keep thinking, positive thoughts, and thinking good. And especially for this 30-day test, this is part of it. And I have a whole outline that I'm going to share on our page, so you can read it for yourself and even listen to the video. But just to make sure that every thought that comes through your head is nothing but positive. If you start feeling negative, then you need to go back to your notes, go back to your goals, and start reading it again. Number three, stop thinking of all the reasons why you cannot be successful, and instead think of all the reasons why you can. There's so many reasons why so many reasons I could give myself that why I couldn't be successful. And I think, we can Casey's really good about pointing this out. We can drag our past with us as baggage and think about that, why I can't be successful because of all the stuff that's happened in the past. That's in the past. We need to start thinking about what we're doing in the future to be successful. And even if you don't feel successful, you need to retrain your brain to start thinking about how you would be if you were successful. You need to trace your attitudes back through your childhood and discover where you first got the idea that you could not be successful. And if that's the way you've been thinking, and that way, I was just reading that's number 4. There's just so many things that we could let get in the way, but we really do need to put that behind us and think about what you're going to be doing moving forward. Time is going to pass regardless. And I know that in a year from now, I don't want to be in the same position that I'm in right now. I don't want to be struggling. I don't want to be stressed. I don't want to be worried about paying my bills, my business, everything like that. I want to be, just peaceful and be able to pay my bills with not thinking about, worrying about the bank account.
Right.
And I have other things to focus on. I have more bigger things to worry about my grandkids. I want to be whole for them, and I don't want finances to stop me from being the best that I can be. Um, so number 6 is act the part of the successful person you have already decided that you have decided to become. So, and when I met with Casey a couple of weeks ago, he was he the way that he explained it is, the way that you did things in the past didn't get you the results that you want. So you need to start thinking about how you're going to go moving forward, how you're going to act moving forward. Be the person that you want to become in your mind already. Does anybody understand that?
Yeah,
um,
absolutely, yes.
just knowing that, no, we're not where we need to be, but we every day we can believe that we are already there. Once you write it down, once it's in your brain, once you start acting the part, it's done. I mean, bottom line, it's done. Right now, the way that I am today, I know in my heart that next year at this time, I'm going to be financially free. I'm going to be a way better version than I am today, and I'm pretty excited about that. And just
Mm.
knowing that we have that ahead of us, that we have the ability to make that happen. And that's just it's up to us completely. We become what we think about every day. So start thinking about what you want, and write down on a piece of paper your goals. um, I'm not quite sure where I remember hearing it somewhere. It says, write down what you're willing to do to get those, to achieve your goal. What I've done is I've written down my goals, what I'm going to do to achieve my goals, my daily method of operation, what I do every day to get to that. On this side, I wrote down Sermon on the Mount, which is Matthew 7:7. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who asks receives. He who seeks finds. And to him who knocks, the door will be open. It's in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
It's just ours for the taking. It's a gift. All we have to do is reach out and accept it and take it. Um, on the other side, I wrote down what I want to do, kind of like a bucket list. And then on the other side, I wrote I am, and then I just wrote different affirmations. Um, I have a list of things that I need to get done that are important to me. And then I also have a list of things that, like all of my bills, I pray over this every day. And it's like, Lord, you know my heart, you know everything that I'm going through. And basically, give it to Him. But we are, we have to come to a place where are, we have to kind of surrender what what we are today and where we want to be. So that's about it. I'm excited for the things that are coming. If I had to sit and think about the past and everything that's happened, I would be a mess, and that would be miserable. But if we can think about the future and everything that is coming, and that's another thing too. You have to think about it in a positive way. Think about your goals in a positive way, not to feel stressed, not to feel anxious about it, but just to know that it's done. As long as we put the work in to do it, it's done. So that's it.
Oh my God, girl, that was great. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
You're so
Just,
sweet.
I mean, it sounded like it came from your heart.
It really,
Oh,
and
Michelle,
it does.
that was
Mm-hmm.
awesome. I
Yes.
took
Thank
two
you,
pages
Claire.
of notes. I can't wait. And I wasn't. I missed four and five, but I guess you'll send that to me.
I
Listen
will. I'll
to
put
it.
it out there. I'll
I
Good.
put
was
the whole
so
thing out
involved
there.
in listening and writing, so thank you.
I know, same here.
Absolutely.
Same here. Fantastic job. And yes, you're ready for Power Hour.
Yes, I can do it tomorrow, day after
Because
tomorrow.
I could, yeah, you could do it again right now, and I'd be thrilled. Because I'm sure I missed some stuff too. And it's true, like one of the things that you said about just um, decide who you are and be that person. That's one of the things that I've done in the past, and Claire will tell you when we were in San Diego. What did I say? Let's dress the part. Let's dress as diamonds. And so when we were in San Diego, we dressed like diamonds, didn't we, Claire? She
Yeah,
muted
to
herself.
think about not, if you're shy, think about the person that you want to be, but not the person, the you that's not shy, or introverted. And because I am an introvert by nature, but I am learning um, to work with it and move past that because I know that's not going to serve me.
Right,
So,
absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. Well, fantastic. And look at how quick the time went.
that was crazy.
I know.
I'm
It's
sorry. At 8:30.
unbelievable.
Okay.
No, no,
Well,
no, no,
No,
no, no. Don't be sorry. No.
it was
Hey, Michelle, I
perfect.
have a quick question. Were you trying to share something on the screen so we could see it?
no,
Or were you,
no.
okay,
I was
okay, because I didn't
reading.
see
Yeah.
Okay, good, because I didn't see it. I just saw you were frozen on there, and I didn't know. I could hear you, but
Oh,
but
okay.
that's what
Mhm.
I didn't see. Well, maybe she's trying to share something.
I
No,
think,
No, it
I'm
was
gonna get
great.
better internet. So I mean, I'm on my cell phone right now, and it
Okay,
kind of spotty. So I'm working on getting internet here so I can make sure I have a good connection and kind of keep it going. Because I cut out a lot, when we're on Power Hour and different things. So
well, and I've
I'm gonna work
noticed
on
with
that.
all of us, with even Jake yesterday, it's like when we start talking, our picture freezes sometimes, but that's okay. The audio is still coming through, so just keep
Okay, good.
talking.
yeah,
Okay? Yes.
Okay.
Great stuff,
awesome.
Michella. That was awesome.
Thank
It sure
you.
was.
Yeah, so if you can post that out there for us, and
Please.
yeah, that's something for us to start working on right away. And
I will.
yeah, I'm gonna read over. I can't wait to read over my notes now. So
And another thing too is that the video that it's like a 30-minute video. If you listen to that every day, and that's one thing that he does encourage is to listen to that every day, so it just becomes ingrained in your brain. And I've been doing that for a while, and it really, really does help, especially on days like yesterday, on those character building days. It just it's like it just takes over, and it makes those days a little bit easier.
right, and it's true. Look at Jake, because just like you pointed out, he's doing that every day, and what a difference it's made. I mean, he's out there just
Absolutely.
uh, training like he's already in that spot, in that diamond position. So fantastic. Great job, everyone. All right, well, I
Yeah,
will
it was
be
great.
back
I
on
was
the
started
road
making my
tomorrow.
list. I started, but I didn't finish it.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
That's getting started is always the hardest part,
Yes. Uh-huh.
and
And
staying
the goes.
disciplined.
That's the word, discipline. Oh my
Hmm.
God.
But if you write it enough times, it'll be everywhere. So it'll it'll just be, something that you just do automatically. So,
Awesome.
yep.
Awesome.
Yes. Oh, yes.
All right, guys, y'all got any questions? Anything?
I have to come up with something to talk about by the 30th of September. So, y'all have any suggestions?
Well, I was
I'm
thinking
open.
the love languages and the dream board. Maybe.
Okay,
Thank
I
you.
can look into that. I went back to all the notes that I took for all the Breakfast of Champions, like the first couple of years that I've been in, and the notes and stuff. I mean, that's what I did last night, and I saw a few little nuggets, but I was like, I need to find it. Nothing that jumped at me, that I felt passionate about. So I need to, because that's what I'm looking for, something that because I feel like I'll be able to present better with the passion. Like you have that passion with
Absolutely.
this. You could totally see it in your voice,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
I felt it. So I really appreciate that. So
Good.
Yes,
I'm glad you
great.
did.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
And
guys.
if there's anything that I can improve on, please let me know, because I don't want to get on there and look like an idiot.
Oh, you do.
Never. No, that was great information, and people are going to be more in tune with what you're saying and taking their notes, and that it's coming from the heart. That no, there's no chance of you looking like an idiot.
very authentic. You're authentic, and I like that. And even if your screen freezes, because I was still engaged.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how much time are you going to ask for? Because I think that you're going to need enough time to get, not have to rush through that.
Definitely.
Well, that
And
took
I'll have
about
better notes, because this was just what I wrote down last night. So I think I'll be able to kind of touch on, other areas too, because this isn't even all of it. This is just a portion of what he talks about. And I mean,
Right.
everything that in his video is incredible. But I mean, these are just getting your goals written down. That's the most important thing, and reading it every morning and every night. That's the most important. But yeah, I probably could go on and on and on. So
yeah, because that really just took about actually by the time we got started and everything, it only took about 15 minutes.
okay,
So
that's good.
yeah, so you've got time, but at the same because you could have kept on going, and I could tell you could have kept on.
I wanted to hear more. In other words, I was engaged and I wanted to hear more. And Michelle, one more thing. I love the way how you bring Presley into it. Make sure you use that story. I love that. So people can see how they can help. If those that are on Power Hour, they'll know that they can implement this with their family too.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I really did like that.
Very
We
good.
were even listening to it this morning. Earl Nightingale. He's like, "Who's that?" I said, "Earl Nightingale." He has no idea who he is.
This one, it says running out of time. It says upgrade your account to Pro to remove the 40-minute time limit.
I know. Yeah. I'm cheap. Right now, we're just.
Keep it cheap. We got like 9 minutes anyway right now.
Right.
Yes.
My computer says.
All right, guys.
Does anybody else have anything? Good morning, Beverly and Terry.
Morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Claire, I do have one question. It's not got much to do with RGP, but I did want to throw it at you while I got a chance.
Okay.
Can we bring guests that are outside of Chevron to the Toastmasters? Do you know that? For Thursday?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
we what you could do, Terry, I'm sorry. This will be real quick.
No problem.
Just send me the person's name and I can put them in VMS.
Okay, I'll do it.
Or you can just, when you sign in, when you come up, they don't have to be a VMS,
Okay.
but they know you. Either
We'll
way.
take care of it. All right, thanks.
Anything else? Anyone?
Beverly,
Beverly?
how are you doing up there?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I've got copious notes from today as well. My goals, what am I
Good.
going to write down? You know, I'm not very good about that. I think about it, but I don't write it down.
And if you feel
Yeah.
comfortable, and I am totally comfortable, share them so we can hold each other accountable. You know, as far as our goals are going, and I think that will is sharing our why and sharing our goals. I think that's what our group needs to be. You know, we're accountable achievers. We need to hold each other accountable, and just to check up on people, you know, check up on each other, make sure we're hitting those goals, doing things every day to reach those goals.
Awesome.
True.
I
Awesome.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, Beverly said she doesn't even write them down. I write them down, but going back and looking at them, that's important. And doing it daily. I thought that was, that's key, doing it daily. And Earl Nightingale may have started it out, but, so many along the way keep giving that message, and it's like I need to beat it into my head.
Yep.
You've got...
Yep. True.
Even Grant Cardone daily, every morning, every night, look back over that, read them, read it to yourself until it's yours, until you sell it, to yourself as your own. And the fact that you brought, Bible verses into it. Matthew 7:7, and then you also you didn't reference as the Bible, but it's the one about be anxious about nothing, but
Yes.
that's.
And I will be bringing more of those, the scriptures, because I think people sometimes feel like setting goals and being financial, being success minded tends to be of the world, and it's not. It is in the Bible.
Right.
It is biblical.
Right.
And we need to understand that. And but we need, it can be used for good and it can be used for bad.
Right.
So we just need to choose for good and move forward in a positive way, not being greedy or anything like that.
Right.
So I think bringing the Bible verses in is very, very important to me.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
I want to share something real quick. I was reading something this morning, and that plays into that. A lot of people say that that money is evil, but it's that they
Right.
quote that verse, but that's not necessarily from the Bible. It's the love of money that
Yes.
is evil.
Right.
So
Yes.
money's not evil; it's the love of money. So
Yes.
I read that this morning. I can't find it now, but I was it kind of, because a lot of people have that in their mindset, and the reason why they can't become successful in have money, is because their mind is still saying it's evil, and it's a subliminal or subconscious. So that was very interesting. And when you said that
Right.
that thought.
Right, and that he wants everything for us, and he wants abundance, and that's in the Bible too. And
Absolutely.
yeah, so yeah, very good stuff. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
I'm ready to take on this Tuesday now. Thank you, Michella.
Good
Yeah,
deal.
Welcome.
We had legs today at boot camp. I'm not going to be able to walk very well, but hey, my mind is ready.
Well, we are ready to hear it, so bring it on.
Yes, I need that.
Bring it. All right, guys, y'all have a terrific day.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Enjoy
I'll
your
be
last
putting
day of
this out
vacation,
there.
Kathy.
Thanks. All
Enjoy.
right. All right, back to it tomorrow. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye, y'all. Bye, Beverly.
Bye.